So let's start coding this up. First thing we need is to set up our image cache in the service worker. I'm going to create a variable to hold the name of this new image cache. And I'm going to create an array to hold all the cache names we care about. In our activate event that we wrote earlier, we're deleting any cache that isn't the static cache. That isn't good enough anymore, as we start losing our image cache. Instead, we want to delete any caches that aren't in our array of caches that we care about. Right, now to handle those photo requests. Over in our fetch handler, I'm going to handle URLs that are the same origin and have a path that starts with /photos/. When I see one of those, I'm going to respond with whatever returns from servePhoto. All we need to do now is implement servePhoto. I'm only wanting to store one copy of each photo, and photo URLs look like this. They have width information at the end. So I'm going to create a storage URL that doesn't have the size info. I'm going to do that using a regular expression matching on dash, some digits, and then px.jpg. And I'm going to replace that with nothing. Now I have the URL but missing the size-specific stuff. This is the URL I'm going to use in the cache. And I reckon you can handle the rest. Mike, come in, Mike.
You rang?
Yes, we need to cache these photos, and I figured the student could manage this.
I agree. Let's do this. To start, you'll want to catch up with the code Jake just wrote. Do this by running git reset hard to remove any local changes you have. Then, git checkout task cache photos to get the stubbed methods. Now, head over to public/js/sw/index.js, the service worker script. Your task is to implement servePhoto. The aim is to serve photos from the cache if they're there. Otherwise, get them from the network, but put them into the cache for the next time. Remember to use storage URL when matching and putting stuff into the image cache, so you only end up with one photo in the cache no matter how many different sizes are requested. Once again, developing gets a lot easier if you have developer tools open and force update on reload checked, so you only need to refresh once to see changes. You know things are working when you see a Witter content images cache in DevTools, where the URLs are missing the width and the .jpg extension at the end. You should be able to take the server offline, reload the page, and still get images. To double check everything is working, head to the settings page and type cache photos into the test field and press enter.